Have you ever thought about why some guys can handle the problems in life with such calmness and strength? In Stoicism, there are lessons that never go out of style that many men learn too late in life. Welcome to a trip of getting to know yourself and growing as a person. In today's movie, we look into the deep teachings of Stoicism, a philosophy that has been around for a long time and has a lot to teach us about how to live in the modern world. In this video, we'll look at 12 Stoic lessons that every man should learn. These lessons will help you understand what Stoicism is all about and how it can change the way you think and act. Each lesson, from accepting hardship to building inner strength, from practicing gratitude to facing death, holds the key to a more meaningful and satisfying life. Stay tuned as we break down these ancient ideas that can have a huge effect on your path to self-mastery. This video is full of ideas that can inspire and strengthen you, whether you're looking for ways to deal with life's problems or want to find inner peace. So get a cup of tea, settle down, and let's start this interesting journey together. We are happy to have you on our show, The Stoic Life, where we talk about interesting facts and events that have shaped how we understand Stoicism. If you want to learn how to live a stronger and more satisfying life, click subscribe and join our group of Stoic learners. Let's learn from the ancients' advice and start our journey toward a more purposeful and important life. Thanks for being here. First lesson, be okay with things you can't change. Let's get right to the heart of the first Stoic lesson, accepting what we can't change. Unfortunately, there are many things that happen in life that we can't change. Many things in our lives are out of our control, like the weather, other people's views, and unplanned events. Think about a traffic jam on your way to work in the morning. No amount of anger or impatience can change what's going on. You can stop being stressed and angry about the traffic jam by realizing that you can't change it. In partnerships, having different points of view can lead to misunderstandings or fights. Realizing that we can't change what other people think or feel lets us focus on what we say and do. To put it simply, understanding the things we can't change gives us the power to focus our energy on the parts of life we can change. Letting go of pointless tries to control things we can't change leads to inner peace and strength. Lesson 2. Pay attention to what you can change. For the second Stoic lesson, let's talk about how important it is to focus on what we can control. As we live in a world full of unknowns and outside forces, it is important for our personal growth and strength to focus on the things we can change. Think about how you would handle a tough situation at work. You might not be able to change the way your coworkers act or the way a project turns out, but you can change how you approach it and how hard you work on it. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, changing your attention to things you can change gives you the power to take action toward a solution. Focusing on the things you can change, your thoughts, actions, and choices, gives you a sense of power and freedom as you go through the ups and downs of life. To put this lesson into practice, you need to be aware of where you put your energy and efforts. You can grow as a person and gain control of your life by choosing to focus on steps and choices that you can actually make. Lesson 3. Show gratitude. In the third Stoic lesson, we'll look at the many ways that practicing gratitude can help you be more stoic. Because it helps you keep a good attitude and find happiness even when life is hard, gratitude is a powerful tool. We change our attention from lack to abundance by recognizing and appreciating the lessons and blessings, even when things are hard. Stoicism says that being grateful can help you deal with bad feelings and find inner peace. Expressing thanks for what we have helps us feel good about ourselves and in touch with the world around us. Being grateful doesn't have to mean doing big things. It can be as easy as thinking about 3 things you're grateful for every day, or thanking people who have made a positive difference in your life. By practicing thanks every day, you can bring about a sense of awareness and happiness that can change the way you see life. Stoicism is based on the idea that being thankful for what you have leads to more mental strength and a better sense of well-being. Lesson 4. Accept problems. Let's look at the fourth Stoic lesson, how accepting hardship can change you on your way to personal growth. Even though it can be scary, problems help us become stronger and learn more about ourselves. When we face problems, accepting them as they are lets us face our fears, limits, and unknowns straight on. When it comes to Stoicism, hardship is seen as a chance to grow and build character. We change our view from being victims to being empowered when we see failures as lessons and chances to grow. Stoics believe that you should accept problems as they come and move on with your life. These stories, like how Marcus Aurelius dealt with political unrest and Epictetus found freedom despite being sick, make us want to face our own problems with courage and grace. By studying these Stoic examples and seeing problems as stepping stones instead of roadblocks, we can reach our full potential for strength, knowledge, and personal growth. Embracing hardship doesn't mean avoiding problems. It means getting through them with strength, grace, and a strong desire to grow. Lesson 5: Be in the present. For the 5th Stoic lesson, let's talk about how important it is to live in the present. Stoic philosophy stresses how important it is to focus on the here and now, instead of dwelling on the past or thinking about the future. One of its main ideas is living in the present moment. Being in the present moment helps us become more mindful and aware, which lets us fully experience and enjoy life's moments as they happen. Deep breathing routines can help you stay aware and in the present moment. When we focus on our breath, we bring ourselves back to the present moment and stop our thoughts from racing. One more way is to do things that make you more aware, like mindful walking or meditation. While life is full of distractions, these activities help us focus and feel calm inside. When we use the power of being present and aware, we bring clarity, peace, and gratitude into our daily lives. Being in the present moment isn't just about enjoying the good things in life right now. It's also about getting closer to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. Lesson 6: Build up your inner strength. In this 6th lesson on Stoicism, we'll look at the idea of using Stoic principles to build inner power. Stoicism is a way to build inner strength by making you more resilient, brave, and mentally tough when life gets hard. What it's about is building up the strength to handle tough situations with grace and drive. Self-awareness and self-reflection are important ways to build inner power. We can handle tough scenarios with honesty and clarity if we know what our values, beliefs, and emotions are. Developing inner strength is based on Stoic ideas like accepting things as they are, keeping things in perspective, and focused on what we can control. These lessons give us the strength to face problems with determination and a sense of purpose. Setting realistic goals, having a growth mindset, and accepting discomfort as a way to grow are all ways to build resilience and mental toughness. Putting ourselves through tough situations and leaving our comfort zones makes us stronger and more resilient. Stoicism leads to self-discovery and personal growth. When we accept this trip, we can reach our full potential for lasting strength, wisdom, and emotional fortitude. To develop inner strength, you need to do more than just face obstacles. You also need to turn them into chances to grow and master yourself. Practice self-discipline in Lesson 7. In this 7th lesson on Stoicism, we'll look at how important self-discipline is. Stoics see self-discipline as an important part of personal growth because it helps people make sure their actions are in line with their values and goals. It means building up the inner power to stick to our values and choices, even when there are temptations or other things that want us to do something else. Setting clear limits and goals is an important part of being self-disciplined. By figuring out what's important to us and making habits that help us reach our goals, we set ourselves up for constant and deliberate action. Stoic lessons stress how important it is to be moderate and in control of your life in every way. We build a sense of control that helps us reach our goals by being careful with our thoughts, words, and actions. Creating a structured routine, breaking tasks down into manageable steps, and holding yourself responsible for promises are all good ways to improve your self-discipline in everyday life. By making habits that help us be more disciplined and consistent, we set ourselves up for long-term success and growth. By making self-discipline an important part of Stoicism, we give ourselves the strength to face life's difficulties with strength, honesty, and purpose. Self-discipline isn't just about having strong willpower. It's also about having a mindset of self-mastery and being devoted to our goals and ideals at all times. Lesson 8: Choose virtue over pleasure. In this 8th lesson on Stoicism, we'll look at the Stoic idea that you should seek virtue over temporary joys. Stoicism says that the pursuit of virtue is the most important thing, which means that our activities should be in line with moral excellence and ethical principles. Stoics say that instead of chasing short-term pleasures, People should work on developing lasting qualities like temperance, wisdom, courage, and justice. When we put virtue over pleasure, we make decisions that are in line with our ideals and help the greater good, even when we are tempted or want something right away. By putting virtue first, people can feel more fulfilled and like their lives have a meaning. People who make choices based on honesty, kindness, and knowledge not only improve their own health and happiness, but also make the world a better place. Giving others what they need, being brave in tough situations, and being kind to others are all examples of putting virtue ahead of happiness. These acts not only make you feel good inside, but they also spread happiness and inspiration to others. Adopting the Stoic principle of valuing virtue over pleasure puts us on the way to a more meaningful and satisfying life, based on values that go beyond short-term pleasures and lead to lasting happiness and inner peace. Lesson 9: Deal with death. In the 9th lesson on Stoicism, we'll look into the deep idea of facing death in Stoicism. Stoicism recognizes that death is inevitable and that life is temporary. It encourages people to face their own death with courage and acceptance. Through accepting that life is temporary, we can better understand how fragile and valuable it is. Thinking about your own death is a strong way to motivate you to live an honest and meaningful life. We are motivated to make the most of every moment by realizing that our time on earth is limited. We value experiences, relationships, and chances with thanks and awareness. The Stoic way of thinking about death makes us think about what we want to leave behind and how we want to be remembered. Realizing that we will die makes us want to live in line with our ideals, work toward meaningful goals, and find happiness that goes beyond material things. Facing the truth of death not as something to be afraid of, but as a lesson of how valuable life is can cause a huge shift in how you see things. When we accept our death with grace and appreciation, we open the door to a fuller, more meaningful life based on thanks, courage, and a deep appreciation for the gift of life. Lesson 10: Learn how to be moderate. In the 10th Stoic lesson, we'll talk about how important it is to be moderate in all parts of your life. Moderation means finding a middle ground between two extremes, staying away from excesses and fostering a sense of balance and unity in our thoughts, actions, and behaviors. Stoicism sees moderation as a virtue that helps people develop self-control, focus, and peace of mind. Controlling our wants and urges with moderation and control makes room for clarity, purpose, and well-being. Moderation can help us find balance and unity by keeping us from falling into the traps of overindulging or not having enough. We can live in a way that respects our values and well-being by finding the middle ground between overindulging and not doing anything at all. We can make choices that are in line with our long-term goals and values when we practice balance in our daily lives. We can build a balanced, happy life that takes care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual health by being moderate in our relationships, work, leisure, and habits. In Stoicism, the idea of modesty says that we can bring balance and happiness into our lives by following it. Finding a healthy balance in all parts of our lives gives us the strength to handle problems with grace, keep our cool when things change, and develop a way of living that respects our ideals and well-being. Lesson 11: Learn to be strong. In this 11th Stoic lesson, we'll look at how important resilience is to Stoicism. When it comes to Stoicism, resilience means building up the mental and emotional strength to handle setbacks, problems, and challenges with grace and drive. Stoic lessons stress how important it is to become resilient in order to deal with life's problems and uncertainties. When we see problems as chances to learn and grow, we develop a resilient attitude that helps us deal with problems with courage and strength. One way to become more resilient is to get used to accepting things we can't change. By accepting that problems and setbacks are real, we can shift our attention to finding answers and lessons that will make us better. One way to deal with losses is to see them as temporary problems that can be solved instead of unbeatable obstacles. To develop a resilient attitude that helps us keep going when things get tough, we can learn to see problems as chances to learn and grow myself. Stoicism helps us become resilient, which gives us the tools and attitude to get back on our feet after a setback, handle problems with grace, and come out of life's trials stronger and smarter. Being resilient isn't just about being able to deal with problems. It's also about turning them into chances to learn more about yourself, grow, and gain power. Lesson 12. Try to find peace inside. In this 12th lesson on Stoicism, we'll look at the final goal of the way of life, finding inner peace. Stoicism is all about finding inner peace, which is a state of calm, equanimity, and unity that goes beyond problems and difficulties in the outside world. Stoicism says that the way to find inner peace is to develop an attitude of acceptance, resilience, and mindfulness. This helps us handle the complicated things that happen in life with grace and wisdom. Acceptance, self-awareness, and virtue are Stoic ideals that can help us find a deeper sense of inner peace that isn't based on what other people say or do. Telling people to use these lessons in their own lives is like inviting them to start a journey of self-discovery, growth, and happiness. People can develop an inner peace that affects their relationships, decisions, and general well-being by thinking and acting in ways that are similar to those taught by the Stoics. Adopting the advice of Stoicism is more than just following a set of rules. It means living in a way that promotes inner peace, resilience, and being yourself. When we put these lessons into practice in our daily lives, we open ourselves up to a road of personal growth, self-mastery, and deep fulfillment that goes beyond short-term pleasures and approval from others. Look for peace inside yourself and let the transforming power of Stoicism lead you to a life with meaning, knowledge, and lasting peace. Now that we've looked at the 12 lessons of Stoicism, let's think about the most important ones that can change our lives. Each lesson gives us a deep understanding of how to live a life with purpose, resilience, and satisfaction, from accepting what we can't change to seeking inner peace. By following Stoic ideas like being grateful, being moderate, and being strong, we can grow as people and find inner peace. Please take a moment to think about these timeless lessons and how you can use them in your everyday life. Stoicism is a way of thinking that can help you develop a mindset of resilience, self-mastery, and authenticity that will help you handle life's problems with grace and wisdom. If this video was helpful to you and you believe that Stoicism can change your life, please like it and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos about personal growth, awareness, and living a Stoic life. Thanks for coming along with us on this path to a more purposeful and satisfying life. As you go through life's ever-changing road, stay motivated, strong, and open to the ancients' wisdom.